Hello everyone and welcome to today's reading. I hope that all is well. If you're new here, I'm LeeApocrypha and it is a pleasure to meet you. If you are returning, welcome back, soul family. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every single one of you. Whether you are returning or this is your first time joining us, welcome. All right. So I'm going to be giving a quick message today. Yesterday and today I felt specifically drawn to a specific deck, and that is this Santa Muerte deck. This particular one that I have is not the best printed, but this one has been like on my mind lately. So I feel like there needs to be some messages from this deck. I'll go ahead and get started with some singing bowl. Oof. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, I hope that everyone is doing well. Let's see what messages need to come through today. I feel like something very specifically right before I spoke, and then cards flew out. Excuse me. If you work with Santa Muerte or you've been thinking about it, I feel like this is kind of a confirmation for you. Let's see. If you've been wanting to, then I feel like that's also a confirmation for you to learn more about her. So we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is the golden yellow Santa Muerte. This is the King of Pentacles. Again, like I mentioned, this deck is not the best printed version that I have. This is the King of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. We have the Ten of Wands also in reverse. So all of these cards are in reverse. I honestly don't think that I had any of them reversed until literally while I was shuffling. I felt like I should reverse them. And so it's very interesting that the cards that came out are all reversed. I feel like a lot of you have been needing to make changes in your life. Especially like this deck in particular was calling out and really on my mind lately. And the energy of the Death card or death energy is about change and transformation. And what I'm seeing here is that perhaps you have been struggling to find balance in your finances or within your physical world, within the stabilization around you. Perhaps family life, different scenarios. Perhaps if you, because in this image, it seems like she's like a priestess or a devotee, like doing a ritual, giving gratitude. And I feel like this Santa Muerte is sharing with her. Like, I feel like what she's saying here is like, thank you for giving to me, and I will give back to you, kind of thing. But with it in reverse, what I feel like that is saying is that perhaps for some of you it's been a while since you've connected or given an offering. I heard like ofrenda, which means offering in Spanish. Six of Pentacles is not only about balance, but it can also be about reciprocity. So I feel like you may not have been really reciprocating to the energies that work with you. And if you have, I feel like this may be in regards to energies of people around you. With this King of Pentacles that was in reverse, I feel like this is saying here that you've been feeling very unstable. There's a lot of instability here. And it's interesting because this king is like outside his kingdom, and there's literally this stack of gold nuggets. He's holding on to something. Looks like more gold. There's this pyramid too. But it's like, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with the gifts and the abundance that Spirit has been giving you? Whether it is Santa Muerte or other energies that you work with, what have you been doing with that? What have you been doing with the stabilization that these energies have been trying to give to you? Have you been spending it wisely? Have you been saving it? Have you been excuse me, have you been sharing it with others? Or have you been selfish? And there's nothing wrong with being frugal, but at the same time, if you're being so frugal that you just don't want to spend a single penny on the people around you, then why? Something that I remember growing up, now I was raised in Christianity, and although Christianity never truly jived with me, something that I will always hold near and dear in my heart is I remember the saying, you are blessed to be a blessing. And I feel like that's what these cards are saying. Whatever blessings that you have received, it's important for you to share that. Yes, it is important to save and to be frugal to a degree and all of that, yes. But also, 'tis the season. It is around Christmas, holiday time, whatever holiday you celebrate, or if you don't celebrate any and you just want to give thanks to the people that you love and care about, it's a good time to do that. And I see for some of you, maybe you haven't been thinking about others as much as you should be. You are blessed to be a blessing, remember that. Because at any moment you can have your blessings taken from you. But if you help others, it will always come back around. It's like, I'm not saying like that they'll help you or whatever the case is. I'm not trying to put like words or energies into their mouths or whatever. But the energy that I'm getting here is that the good karma that you give to others, you will receive. You will get that back. Even if it's when you least expect it, or a time that you really don't expect it, or whatever the case is, maybe last minute or whatever the situation is. I feel like this is saying to be aware and to show how much you care to those people around you, because it's important. I saw 1013. All right. 7 of Cups in reverse. Now, 7 of Cups is about choices. It's about feeling overwhelmed and struggling to make a decision. So I see here a heart, a money bag, some religious iconography, some weapons, alcohol, a naked woman, and some drugs and cigarettes. So I feel like a big part of this card is negatives, right? Focusing too much on drugs and alcohol, negatives. Focusing on weapons or harming others. I'm not saying that's what they are. I believe in the Second Amendment always and forever. But I digress. The point here is that I feel like this is in a aggressive way. It's just like there's a lot of distractions around you. And even with all these choices and decisions that you may need to make, you haven't been able to make it. So I feel like you may be caught up in a lot of negative energy, whether it's addictions to substances or to porn or to I don't know, this is for somebody extremely specific, but I heard gang, like gang activity. For others, this may be controlling religious type of energy. I feel like in this card, it's all about the negatives. So I feel like it's like this cloud that's around his head is the darkest cloud out of all of them. And this card is full of clouds. So it's like you may have been feeling caught up in a fog, in a haze. Perhaps things have been very difficult for you, again, to find balance in your life, to make decisions. 777 may be significant to you, or maybe that's a number that you've been seeing when you're thinking about partaking in something that you know that you shouldn't be, or whatever the case is. Now with the 10 of Wands here in reverse, I feel like there's this strong desire to release all the burdens. We also see here, it's like, I don't know what ACTA means, but we see a Bible here, and it's in reverse. So, excuse me. I feel like some of you are caught in situations, I feel like this is a specific message, where you are in the negative, how can I say, controlling, hypocritical type of religious mindset. Or that for some of you, I feel like this is saying that you have moved away from your practices or your religion or whatever you feel brings you peace and helps you become your biggest or your best version. I feel like I definitely see that here with this altar set up, as well as with this Bible. So for some of you have been either moving away from religion, or staying stuck in it because you feel like you should. If you're moving away from it, I feel like it's not necessarily because you want to, it's just that you have perhaps been letting it fall to the side. If you're the type of person that's like, I want to practice more, I want to pray more, I want to go to church more, whatever, church you go to, whether it's Christian, Catholic, satanic, or like whatever it is. I feel like this is saying here that for some of you, you are negatively caught up in a religious energy, and for others of you, you have been wanting to practice but have been letting it fall to the wayside. Now with this underneath the deck, oh well, I didn't mean to pick two. Alright, well, we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and under that we have the Four of Swords. Alright, I feel like this is saying for you to move out of this energy, you need to follow what you're really passionate about. If you're really passionate about a religion or a spiritual practice, then go for it. But do it because it's in your heart and not because you're told what to do or that it's right or that it's wrong or whatever. Do it because you genuinely feel a connection in your soul. And that's how you'll know what's right for you. If you've been wanting to change your religion because you don't feel like your current one jives with you regardless of what it is, I'm not bashing any of them. I'm just saying like this is the energy that I'm getting. Then really consider it. Follow your passion. Follow what you feel in your heart. What fuels the fire within you. And move towards that. Kind of like a don't look back type of energy. Believe in yourself. Believe in your path. And know that it is right for you if it feels right in your heart. And in your soul. Then that is what is for you. With this Four of Swords here, it's giving a lot of energy of balance, right? We see this light side and this dark side. Santa Muerte is holding a hourglass. This is giving me magician energy, even though it's not the magician card. But just because I feel that balance type of energy and like elemental balance as well. And that he is sitting in a position that to me, it seems like he's meditating. So what I feel here is that for those of you, again, who have been feeling like detached from your spiritual practice or from your spirit guides, this is definitely a confirmation that it's time to get back on track. It's time to practice again. It's time to connect again. It's time to ask questions. It's time to do research again. It's time to go within. Is what I'm getting here. I'm sorry for all of the noise. I can't change that. Time is ticking. I feel like if you've been feeling very kind of like antsy or uneasy when it comes to the topic of your spiritual practice, in a way, that this is definitely a message for you that it is time to reconnect. Again, if it's been a while, interesting, I was about to say. So under that was the Knight of Pentacles. And I was about to say again, like, if it's been a while since you've given an offering, then now may be the time. You are blessed to be a blessing, and don't forget to be a blessing to even the ancestors or the spirit guides that work with you and that guide you and protect you, because they deserve the recognition for all of the hard work that they do for you. Even though it may go unnoticed by you, they really do a lot for you. They really keep an eye on you and do their best to make sure that you're safe. Like, if you've ever had a moment where you're like, oh damn, that could have ended really bad, or let's say you're driving, or you were running a little bit later than you intended, and you're driving and all of a sudden the traffic's bad, and like a couple minutes later you realize that there was a car crash or something, and it's like that could have been you. So think about these things as a blessing, that it didn't happen to you, and that it was kind of like, see it like it was your spirit guide's way of protecting you in that moment, because something could have happened. And if you felt that way in those moments, then it's definitely a confirmation that indeed it was your spirit guides that were maybe giving you a little detour or making you run a little late, so that way you can be safe. Better late and safe than in a really bad situation and not able to get to where you're going at all. Okay. And under that is, I believe this is the Hanged Man. So it's kind of like, even though he's hanging, it's like he's kind of looking at this chest. Be mindful of where your focus is right now. You may be focusing on the wrong things in your life right now, and this is a confirmation that you need to bring it back in. You need to get your focus on point again. You have lost focus on your path recently, and this is saying that there needs to be changes around you in order for you to feel unstuck, in order for you to see things from different perspectives, to create changes in your life. You need to make healthier, better decisions in your life. You need to learn that you're blessed to be a blessing. Don't be selfish, don't be greedy, don't be too materialistic. This may be a confirmation for those of you who have been more materialistic than spiritual lately. This is a huge confirmation for that. As quickly as Spirit gives you your money and makes it easy for money to flow to you, Spirit can take that from you to teach you a lesson, to get your head straight, and to be grateful for what you have. And if you don't heed this warning, because I feel like it's a warning, then that might happen. So kind of to recap again, don't focus so much on the physical objects around you, on the things that you want. It's the holidays. Buy someone a fucking gift, even if it's something little or whatever the case is. Show people that you care about them. Write them a letter. Hang out with them. Buy them dinner. Make them dinner. Whatever the case is, this is saying to be a blessing to others. And if you choose not to, and you choose to be greedy and only focus on the physical world around you, then Spirit might just take something from you so that you get your head out your ass and make the changes that you need to make in order to better align with what it is that you really want, so that you can really manifest what it is that you desire. The happiness that you seek, the secret to reach it, is having patience, finding balance, and persevering despite the changes and the challenges and the struggles that are going on around you. Okay? Alright. So, I'm going to end it here. That is all that I'm getting for today's video. If you're interested in other readings, I am a tarot reader. I do tarot readings. I'm available for private readings if you're interested. If you're interested in fashion content, I do have some of that up on my YouTube channel as well, or my Instagram. If you're interested, then please have a look. Contact me if you're interested in reading, or if you'd like to collaborate, or whatever the case is. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for being here. Please be careful and be mindful. Be grateful. And don't just say that you're grateful. Show that you're grateful to the people, the places, the things, and the spirits around you. Alright? So, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.